Okay.
Okay. All right, chat. So those of you who were here last time, welcome back. I think really quickly, we're not going to go over too much. I'm going to have you guys make a part on your own while I teach the people who were not here last time, caught up, right? So this part right here, it's just a basic washer, right? I'm sure you've messed with washers when you're building robots. It's a pretty simple washer. Here, let's see. I pulled it from GoBuilda's website. So if you look, that's that's the schematics for it right there. So all I did was I copied it and I put it onto Onshape. So I made like one difference with it. I put a fillet right here. So I'm just gonna have you guys work on that for maybe 15, 20 minutes. I'll say until 4:50. And then after that, we'll get into some more into the Onshape portion. We're going to be using a lot more advanced tools. And honestly, we might miss a few stuff that's on the syllabus just because there's so much stuff. And I want to get into the FTC parts library. And make sure you guys have access to the parts library too, or a parts library. There's more than. So, one more thing, this is all in millimeters. If you go up to the three lines right here, go down to workspace units, you can change the units of your workspace. I want you guys to put that from inches to millimeters when working on this. Well, for those of you that walked in, you're just making this part for right now while I catch the people who weren't here last time up. I'd also recommend taking a photo. I'd recommend taking a photo because stuff like that's gonna. Okay. I'll get to you guys in a minute. I got kicked out of the Zoom for. Yes. Yes. Open the Zoom maybe. I don't know what happened there.
Right. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, you can share the screen. Yeah, it's recording is still ongoing.
Okay. So yeah, make the part. I recommend taking a picture because my computer is gonna like turn off after I'm not around. So it's pretty simple, and there's multiple ways of doing it. Okay, you four, can I can I have you two come over here if that's possible, just so that I can get everyone. You can move back there when we're done. Okay, so all right, so basically, odd shape is like one big graph, right? So it has an x-axis, a y-axis, and a z-axis, and it has an origin point. So if you look in the center of your workspace, there's an origin point. Here, could you open up a file? Okay. Hi guys. Right now, we're gonna spend like 15 minutes just making that part of there. Because I have to catch the large. Okay. So that's your origin, right? And you see your three planes right there. You have a front plane, a right plane, and a back plane. And you're gonna select the plane, you're gonna open up the sketch. So yeah. So you have a sketch open. You're just gonna click on any plane and click on the sketch option. You still need to log in.
I don't know my password. It doesn't let me log in.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I can't read that password.
You work on that. You think you could work on that and your view lecture? Or should I wait?
Maybe.
Like, can you work on that and hear me and listen to me so that you can get caught up with what we're doing?
No, I can't log in.
Yeah, no, that's fine. It's just, I'm just teaching how to do stuff. Like if I, like just listening and work on that. Okay.
How do you want to make it?
Yeah.
You have Onshape, right?
I can't log in.
Yes, you can
So
reset.
that's like a proper full model.
Basically, they're now using the game. Reset. Done? Right. Now you reset password after reset. You can.
So in short, you could start drawing now, right? You have a line tool, a rectangle tool, a circle tool, but you also need to keep in consideration of the origin. Onshape doesn't like it when you just put stuff into space. You have to consider the origin of it. So, huh?
Where's the tools?
The tools, so you're on the extrude tool. So get out of that, double click on sketch. And now you have all the sketch tools. So if you hover over them, they'll tell you what each of them are. So you have the lines, the rectangle, the circle, there's the 3-point arc, right? We're not gonna worry too much about that right now. Just put like 2 lines down. Okay, you're fine. Okay, so you need to keep in consideration your dimensions of each part, right? So there's a tool up there, right there, that says dimension. You can click on a line, and that'll give you the length of the line, and you can edit that length there. If you click on 2 lines, that'll also give you an angle, so you can edit the angle. And for circles, if you click on the circle, it'll let you edit the diameter or radius.
Oh.
There we go. Like what you taking one? I'm taking. Why did you come one side?
Right, so play around with those dimensions. Do you need help? Okay, see here. So along with that, you can also right click and you can move around the space. Yeah. What's up? Oh, you're not making a drawing. No, I'm showing you that so you can make the part from the drawing. You're making a part. Yeah.
Well, that was bad.
It's okay. I'm glad you figured out what a drawing is. It's okay.
Wait, we're not making that drawing?
No, you're making a part from that drawing. You're making a part.
Oh, they're just drawing it, they're not extruding it?
No, they need to make a part.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't actually.
Of that. They're not making a drawing.
You have to start with a drawing though.
No. Here.
Never see a drawing and
Here, come here. Come here.
Yeah.
This whole thing is on a drawing tab.
Ah, that's what you mean. I forget Onshape has an app.
Yeah. I understand the confusion, but
No, Onshape was funny now. And show you diagram.
Why can I change the angle of this?
okay. So why cannot you can't change the angle of it? So
40 degree.
okay, so if you look at the red spaces right there, Those are constraints. Those are constraints that have been given by Onshape already. If you click on it and delete it, it'll fix it for you. Kind of like that. And when you're making a sketch, I recommend it being like a top-down view. Right? If you're sketching from an angle that gets you, that's kind of worse. Yes. You know how to change it? Okay. Okay, are you good? And are you good? Okay, you're fine.
Minus 5 tendency rates.
Okay, what's that?
446.
Okay. So, really quickly, just make a sealed shape for me. So can you like make a square or a circle or something? And then you could do that too. You're good.
We do like one semester. Or you do both.
Then I want you to press the check mark on the sketch once you're done.
What do you think? You take them both.
All right, normally I have you guys make your constraints, but for right now, I'm going to teach you guys how to extrude real quick. So press your check mark, go to the extrude tab. Yeah, and then you have the selected sketch, that's extrude. And you can change the size of it right there. And then there's also add, remove. That little like two little rectangles there.
Oh, that.
Yeah, that one. You need some help.
Like, how do you fight?
What?
Yeah,
I need to low-key left the key.
Size it. So go to your sketch. Right here. So you have a sketch, right? Go double click the way for a sketch. You had it fine. I was gonna teach you how to size it. Okay, that's fine though. Go back to sketch. Click there. Make any.
Everybody gets paid.
That's fine.
I'm not.
No, you're good. Just make it any size.
Everybody hear it.
You don't need any example. Go over here. That's the dimension tool. Now you're making another circle.
Wait, am I able to like move this down?
Yeah,
That right there. And then you can click there. What do you mean move?
Whenever I make, I don't know, it's like a drawing, I guess. I can't really move it. I don't know why, but that's
If you want to move the drawing. So click, you could click and drag on the dot to move it. If you have no
inches.
So you could just click on the curve and that'll make you with the just click on the curve and then
Never I asked him.
okay, I don't know why it's doing that. That's
It would always make effort to get it.
click on the curve. Not, yep. And then you can change the diameter.
But then see all everyone do the same. So, but then like it was a pain on because like people stop shooting C because they know it's not.
How I make a shape?
All right. Are you guys good? There's also a bunch of constraints. There's also a bunch of constraints you guys should learn. I think we're going to go over the constraints while I'm doing the other tools then. So I'll do a bit of review. But I think after this session, I recommend just messing around with Onshape and making different shapes and stuff.
I think like 10
Right. I'm done. You guys can go back over there if you want. All right. How are you guys doing?
I'm not.
Yeah, are you guys attempting it? You finished it? I both tried it.
But like, why the fuck-
You guys also have access to or do eight quickly?
Like, like two sentences with the word ghosting. The whole book is like a triple metaphor.
I just saw it there.
I never saw that.
It's in this one.
Or and it spell out the word no.
Okay, you're out.
Yeah, well, do you know how to like?
All right, how are you
change the
two?
dimensions?
Okay.
Yeah, it's okay.
Looks very similar.
And then like you do, oh, you're pressing the line. And you can just double.
That's diameter.
Good.
So,
Pretty kind.
so it's a washer. The whole thing's a washer. Yeah. So if you look up there, if you see the symbol with the circle with the dash through it, right next to those numbers, that always means diameter. Yeah. Yeah, just in the future, that symbol always means diameter.
Yeah, oh, no, I don't see it.
You can walk up there.
How can you remove? How do you remove something?
You can go up there and look.
No, like remove shape.
Lord. Okay, chat. Here, I'm gonna.
No, like you make a washer, you know, like make a washer, you know, like the middle part, like the donut.
Oh. Basically just.
All right, chat. But I'm gonna go over it right now. Okay, so ideally, this should be what it looks like,
Basically just kind of.
right? So let's see, where can I move this? I'll move it down here. So ideally, your washer should look something like this. Now, this little piece in the middle, I'm gonna go over later, right? But it's gonna be very important when it comes to assemblies. However, let's go over how you guys did it. So there's multiple ways of going about it. And I think I mainly saw you guys do the 2-circle method with sketches, where you do sketch, you make 2 circles, right? One being concentric with the other one. With, let's see, what was the diameter? It was 4 and 11. So 4, and then the other one's 11. Finish sketch with a depth of 1.5. And then a fillet. I think I made the fillet 0.1. And that's how you guys made it, right? That's how all of you guys made it, right? All right. So that method is fine. It's very rudimentary, and that's okay. As long as you get the same part as the one shown, then it's perfectly normal and fine. Right? What? Huh? No. So really quickly, if we go back to the drawing, this is a side view, and you could notice really closely, I have a radius of 0.1 for the fillet, and it's only applied to the top portion.
I think I did it.
That's great. And now there's another method I do want to show you guys really quickly. So this method involves using a revolve. So if we go over here, instead of doing it top to bottom, I did a side profile where you make a rectangle with the same measurements as before, including a sketch fillet. And then here, I need to make use of this bar right here. And then after that, you revolve. Right? So that method will produce you the same exact part as the other method I showed you. So it doesn't really matter which one you use. However, if you notice, this one does use way less tools than the other one. So keep that into consideration when you're making these parts. Okay. With what? Okay. So do you remember what I taught you revolve? So all I did was I put a construction line here. And then if you remember, I did a radius of 4 and 11 with a hole in the middle. So I treated this here. This is my diameter right here. Oh, yeah. I should probably show you guys that real quick. Okay. So if you have a part, with a construction line like this, you could move your dimension over here and it'll automatically be in diameter because now it's considering the other side of the construction line. Yes, that's a very good point. So it's just because it's a construction line. So when you move the dimension over the other side of the construction line, it's assuming that you're trying to make a circular object. So it's calling it a diameter instead of a radius. Okay. I could do that. I could do that. So here, I'll just make a new part studio. We'll go over here. Sketch. I'm going to start off with my construction line. So for those of you who are new, construction lines just help you make it better. It helps you with constraints involving these two shapes and parts you're making. So I'm just going to make one right in the middle, and it already has a constraint for vertical. So if I hover over this, you could see it has a vertical constraint. And then I'm going to make a quarter rectangle. Oh, it's still in construction. Right here. And then the height was, remind me, was it 1.5? Okay. 1.5. Okay. So if you click on a line and then right here, it says construction, click on that. And then you should be able to click and drag and it be a construction line. And it's just kind of a jagged line. It's not a complete full line.
You like exit how to turn up the volume.
Oh, here. My bad, gang.
Okay.
So you can see right here, construction, and then I have the line tool there too. Okay. So
Okay.
all right. So I got the height down. So with the other method, that was when you guys extruded. However, I'm not extruding it this time. I'm only revolving it. So I put the height for it already with the 1.5. And then for diameter, I'm going to click that line, this line. And that inner circle was 4. And then the outer one was 11. And then we're going to put a sketch fillet on this outside one. And we're going to make it 0.1. Yeah. What about it?
Big O. I changed my big O from.
So here, I can do it without a sketch fillet if you want. So we're gonna do this without a sketch fillet real quick. So we're gonna do revolve, right? We're gonna click that sketch, and then the axis we're revolving it around is that construction line, right? And then we could add a fillet at the end. That's 0.1. And if you notice, I can move this up and we could click here. Here. I want it to show the mass. All right, whatever. You see the volume right there? Right? I don't know if you guys can see from that far, but there's a volume of 123.626. If we go over to this other one and do the same thing, the volume is the exact same. So it doesn't matter if you put the fillet in the sketch or if you put it at the end, you're going to get the same thing. I put it at the sketch because that just made it more convenient for me when I revolved it. But it doesn't matter. Oh, that's what it was automatically. I had to change it from 5 radius to 0.1 radius.
How do you look at those?
This part?
Yeah.
Okay. So you have to click on your part to select the whole thing. And then on the bottom right corner,
What if I didn't make a part?
if you didn't make a part, then you can't do that. So you have to click on your part and then go to the bottom right corner, display mass and section properties, and it should show everything. Okay. So is everyone good on that? Are we good, chat? Okay.
Did it?
All right. So we're going to move on from this part. However, I do want you guys to save it. So don't delete it yet. If you already did, then I can't do anything about that. But save the part for later because we're going to be using it when we start doing assemblies. So
How do I save it?
just don't delete it.
Huh?
Just don't delete it. So now I'm going to want you guys to follow along for this next part because we're going to start getting into more complex tools. And I think it's important if you guys follow along more. So we're going to start off with a very simple shape. We're just going to do a center point rectangle. And I actually want this to be a square. So we're going to do the equal constraint. And we're just going to make sure every single side of this is equal. And that should be enough. And now if we do a constraint of, we'll do 100 millimeters. You should just get a square that's 100 millimeters. Are we good on this? Okay. Now confirm the sketch, go to extrude. And I'm going to want this to also be 100 millimeters. And click OK.
Hold on, what's the size?
So we're doing a blind extrusion off of the sketch we just made. And it's going to be a depth of 100 millimeters.
The 100 millimeter cube.
Yeah. So it should be 100 by 100 by 100 millimeters. All right. And now we're going to introduce you to the shell tool. So you guys kind of got a hint of this from last meeting when I made that donut hollow. I'm going to teach you guys how to make something hollow now. So we go right here. You see that's the shell tool right there. All right, nope, I just clicked the whole tool. Shell. And then select the top face right here. And now Right now, what it's doing is it is selecting a part of the, it is selecting of the face, and it is leaving that part of the face completely open, right? And it's emptying out the rest of the shape with a thickness of, right now it has 2.5 millimeters. I'm going to switch that to 5. So if you look, now it's kind of a box and not really a cube anymore because it's now empty. And if you want to confirm that, I can do a section view real quick. So you see that whole thing,
Show the thickness.
I did 5.
Did you just right click it when to check the section view or something?
So yeah, I could show you how to do that real quick. So section view, you right click a plane and you just click right here where it's the section view. And that, it doesn't delete anything, it just cuts your part and shows you like the inside of it. All right. Are we good with the shell tool?
What'd you say?
What do you?
Thank you.
Like we can hear.
You can ask me. Hold and rule.
Oh, what do you do?
Okay. So are we good with the shell tool? Yeah. It's pretty straightforward. And if you want to make it completely hollow, here, I'll get rid of the section view. We'll go back to shell. You could just click hollow. And now it's not going to open up the top part. It's just going to make the whole thing hollow with some thickness. So we'll click OK. Okay. Make sure you select the part if it's hollow. And now if I section view it, you can see that the whole thing is hollow now.
Not too much.
Okay. Are we good?
What do you click to make
Hollow? Okay.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a little checkbox for the hollow tool. All right. We're gonna let you guys absorb this tool. So there's a checkbox right there. Just remove everything. And then I see this one here, full part instead of just because it's not. So you just click like that. And now the whole thing's on.
Just nothing.
So just click. Now let's
No, it's not in hollow. It's like.
now click
What?
the check mark.
It's not even
Hold on.
Click on any point or any of the other. Like the dot.
You have like the end. And use the shell in that. There's like. So you put.
No, you gotta-
Right? Oh, I said.
On click. Okay, that's right click. That for tap that point. Use section view.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Oh,
But as you can see, it's not hollow. You need to do the shell tool. Yeah.
5 songs.
Yeah.
What was it?
But the section view, it doesn't get rid of anything. It just gets rid of your view.
Yes.
So that you can
Shell.
see the inside. That's good.
Shell.
Yeah,
You
that,
can't be
that
excited.
shows where there's more stuff. Right? So that means there is material there that is.
Nothing shell.
I should have made a snail shell. If you
did?
didn't have the lines, then
Nothing
you
shell. I can't. I don't have no maps.
Yeah.
I think it's not hollow.
Here. Oh, no. We'll do that. We'll go back to your shell. Just, you have to click on the whole part. So you just click on the part. Now it's on. And then you see how your sketch is like that. That means it's not fully defined. So something about it is not defined. Now, so you can figure out this if you click and drag. So if you look, it's just kind of floating around in space. So what you could do, there's multiple ways of fixing this. Right for right now, I would just recommend putting that corner and drag it over the origin.
Drag it over.
Yep. And now it's fixed. You see how it's all black now?
Wait, what did it change though?
You
It,
see how all the lines are black now? That means it's good.
what was the problem?
The problem? So Onshape doesn't like it if stuff is just floating. You have to tell it where in space it is. Right? It's weird. You just have to tell it where it is so that it isn't confused about where things are.
Oh, it's out.
Alright.
Okay, now I don't know where my cell is though.
Huh?
I don't know where my stuff is now.
Seven days of matter.
You just extrude the shape.
I have to do it again. Think here.
No, you're good. You have to turn off section view. No, it's not. So it is a bit weird, but I think you understand how to use shell, so I don't think it's gonna be a problem for you. So from now on, I recommend starting within the origin. That way that doesn't happen again.
Those. Those
What?
String two, where they're like 14 B.
What are you?
Oh, I see.
It's just.
What are you?
You need a sketch for so click and drag, figure out what's wrong with your sketch.
How are you working on
Yeah.
this with a touchpad?
It's a perfect.
I don't know.
It's
It's just really hard. It's not like
Like
$20.
all the months, like shifted for. So, random when like the track middle.
You just gotta like press hard.
Like,
Wait, would you rather Tinkercad or this?
That seems easier because you get to
There,
create shapes out of nowhere. Absolutely.
Like it's steel.
What's the word?
Click and drag the pointer.
6 to 7.
So right now, the only issue is your,
What are you looking
this is
at?
not the most important, these lines.
Or your school website?
So,
Actually, that's
if you put
that's
it-
your high school website.
If you put a dimension on this one of those lines, you should be good.
Pasadena is good.
I know, but they like
Let's fix that
the
real quick.
website is kind of
Oh no, this one,
Hey, but it's still like functional.
it's functional.
because you click both
With
lines.
full
now
ball
it's like this
tournament.
screen both
Yeah,
lines.
that's
Now
like
what-
that's like rich things. I don't even know what it was.
There you go.
Do you know what's it guys?
Let's see, there's
Like
still a
baseball
problem
player
with
with
it,
a
so
paper-
click and drag it
And a
down.
plastic bat.
Okay, now it just doesn't know. Okay, there's two problems
Yeah,
now.
you also have ASP.
You also need to fix that line right there.
I think
And
every
then
school
it doesn't know where it wants to be in space, so you have to make it somewhere within the.
Redville's like at a 10. And like 10. Yeah. Like they just get a 10
Yeah.
to just sit in during the final.
Don't you know where it's doing it? You really want? If you just put-
Hard brain.
Yeah, that works. And now you just do the same. So it knows. Oh, you have it typed up. So now it's no longer showing. And your sketch is with this, so like the check mark. So go back to your shell. So I think the issue. Or well, let's try something. Do a section view from the right. The right plane. Select the right plane. Let's see how this happened with the. Section view real quick. Check mark. Now do your count. Right, can you select the part? He does. Are you good? Oh, now it's hard. Yeah, and then unclick that. Okay. Get rid of all that. Now only click one face. Or you can't click that. Click that. Yeah, you're good. Okay. You should get rid of your section views now, by the way. Okay. Are you good? It looks like you're dying. You're okay. So, oh boy. All right. All right. So we're going to go over our next few tools right now. So everyone, let's go back to Sketch. And right now I'm at the top part. So we're going to go top, Sketch. And I'm going to teach you some of the last parts of the sketches. And then after that, we're probably never touching sketches again. Or well, new content. All right. So I just made a new sketch on the top of the block. All right. So we're going to go over the next few sketch tools. And then after that, there won't be any new content that I will be going over for sketches. So cool? All right. So right now, we're going to go with the offset tool. So this tool is pretty useful if you want to keep a shape, but you want to make it smaller and you don't want to mess with a bunch of dimensions. So what you could do, you could either click just the line, or here, I'll get rid of that, or not. Here, let me go back. So you could either offset one line, or you could offset the whole thing. Or here, press enter. Okay, now it's, oh boy, no, it does not. It's not agreeing with me now. Or you could just click two lines and it'll offset both of those lines. So just for right now, we're going to offset the whole thing. Right? And then you can edit how much you want to offset it with this dimension right here. It should automatically be some number. However, you are able to just edit it. So we'll do 3. And then you just click for it to be okay. And then if you notice, the whole thing is already black, right? You don't need to dimension it anymore. It's already dimensioned for you because it's all offset. All right, so this is a particularly useful tool for any certain like materials you're using. It could even be useful for the washer. If you did multiple sketches, you could have offset the center one to make a 4 diameter circle in the middle. So after that, we're going to say okay to this sketch. I'm going to have you guys extrude one more time. We'll do add that offset. I want you to extrude that offset. So I'll do 25. Right? I'm not making any part in particular, by the way, or this is just being used for the different tools to help you guys out. So again, we're going to go back to sketches. This should be your third sketch. We're on sketch 3, yeah? Yes. So the thing we offset, I extruded that out by 25 millimeters. Okay. I'll give you guys a minute to catch up. Huh? So there's this tool right here. It says offset right here. And then you could just click a bunch of lines or a surface to offset the lines.
I honestly got no idea what it is. Yours just doesn't show it.
Are you raising your hand over there? Or okay. So you see the pair of scissors? It's not right next to the pair of scissors. Here. I'll go over there. There are a pair of scissors. I will go over that later too. Oh, it's in your sketches. Oh, no, we're making another sketch.
Click on your sketch. Click on your sketch.
Let's choose another one.
Or I did it on top of
Oh, so you have to make a new sketch. Because you didn't make another sketch.
So if you sketch,
Then
click
click
on
on the tag top one.
new sketch, we're making a new one. And then just click on top of it.
And then,
Now you can sketch on top.
oh, you see it. It's a piano thing.
And then that right there,
No, it looks like it
Not
looks
that.
like a weird looking
that's it,
data.
that's offset.
Okay. And you just offset it by 3.
Yeah.
25 then.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay, go to sketches. We're gonna make a new sketch.
Oh, you offset is something.
Go right here.
Okay, so you know it.
That's the offset tool.
Helix.
Yeah, click there. Did you see that?
What?
You should be able to edit your offset there. You can double click that. It's like,
Guys, like offset something. Looks like a.
oh, I just made it bigger. You wanna go the other direction? Good. Yeah, we would be offset it inside jobs.
Junk.
Well, what's the 4th one?
No, it's not, that's not it. I think you just need to go in there.
I can't find it. Wait, these have to be 2. I tried to, but it didn't work. It's like, I don't know.
Oh, you have to.
I tried to.
Because like, you can like click and drag, so you can select multiple parts. Make it, I made mine like 5. I'm pretty sure I made like 25. No,
Half
that's
a dome. That's what I mean.
like point.
Oh, half a dome. Maybe it is.
Point 25 actually. Yeah, you could double the
Okay,
number?
double it.
for now it's yeah. There you go. Yep. And then extrude 25 millimeters. Yep. Oh, are you adding it? You're adding like 2, 5, 7 like manually? Okay. You go in here. And then spacing widths. Okay. Are we all good?
Yes.
Yeah, we're in millimeters right now.
It's like a 2. Helix. Oh.
Back. Back.
Yes.
I don't think you thought this through.
Yeah. Sketch 5.
I wanted like 2. Is it down?
It's I think it's 5 millimeters.
I can't even see it now. Oh, it's unplugged. Oh, you saw me dragging the balance. I look dumb.
Dude.
So, see how it's red? Yeah, that means there's some error happening. And then along with that, sketch right here. Your sketch right here is not defined. So
You're saying it, I can't
you
find
can
it.
click and drag here.
Okay.
Okay, let's do it.
Click and drag, you can see the issue with it.
We'll just try bacteria.
You see, I think, yeah, both
Where
sides
is bacteria? You can't do it.
are not dimension. You need to use the dimension tool and dimension those. And then after that, you can fix your extrudes.
There's no I next to it.
Okay.
Okay, yeah. Like, late.
All right,
All right.
we're gonna move on to the next tool.
Label.
Okay, so you're just all right. So I'm going to put a construction line through the center of this. Chat. See, I can get everyone's attention by using chat.
Nice job.
I learned that through being an FTA. Okay, so I put a construction line through the center of that shape, and then I'm going to show you how to use the mirror tool. So
Make the line.
No, we can't find the construction.
line, and then there's an option right here that says construction, and then you just click and drag it down.
Wait, where's
You have to make a sketch and then like press line again.
Well, make the construction line. I'm going to go over a new tool. We're making a third sketch. This is sketch number 3 now. The surface is the top of the second extrusion. Right, I hope I can get all of this done in time.
We're making a sketch on top of the thing.
Yes.
So how do I make the construction? Because I don't have access. Like my access is like here, right? It should be here, but my access is here.
If you can do it through this, just do your best through the center. And then you're going to want to use some constraints to help you with that. So just do your best. Make it. Okay. Now click out of that. Just get out. No, click out of the line tool. Now head over to constraints right here. Or do the drop down. You're going to want to do a vertical constraint on the construction line. So click that and then click the construction line.
Mhm.
And then go back. And now you're going to want to do, we'll do midpoint. So click on the construction line and then click on the edge of, or can you click on the edge of that?
This?
No, you can't. Okay. There. I'm gonna do something. What happened?
It looks pretty middle to me though.
I think I might have. Oh, I know.
Mhm.
I know. I think that is in the middle. But just to be sure, we're gonna just do that. And then yeah, that's fine. You're good. Okay. Construction line made. Okay. So now what we're gonna do is we're just gonna make a line here. I just want you to make a line. No constraints, no dimensions, nothing. Just make a line.
Okay.
All right. And now we're going to use the mirror tool. So right here, it's next to your offset tool. So
Nice job.
if you click on the construction line first, and then click on the line that you just made, it's going to mirror it on the opposite side of the construction line. All right, so in general, you could do that with multiple lines, and that'll help you mirror across a certain plane if you have to mirror it. All right, should be a simple tool, nothing too drastic. All right, is everyone good on the mirror tool? And now I'm going to want to show you guys the project convert tool. So this tool right here is just kind of a cube. So what it does is it interacts with a specific area of a shape and it puts it into your new sketch. So say you're trying to make something and you're using this line right here, but you can't use it because it's not on the sketch plane you're using. Well, you could bring that line up to your sketch plane. So I could show an example. Like I'm trying to make a new line, but I can't click on that part, right? It won't let me put something on this line right here. It's only going to let me do it on this inner square. So what you could do to fix that is you could use project convert, click on that line, and now it brings that line up to your sketch plane. So now if I hover over that with the line tool, see how it's yellow? So now you should be able to put a line directly on that part of the square. So this is for if you're making like a really big thing, right? A really big part, and you're trying to like make it in reference to like a sketch or an extrusion you did like 10 tools earlier. It helps you keep everything consistent. So I could show you again with the line tool. I can't do anything on this side because I didn't use the project convert tool, but I did with this line, and I can put something on that part. Okay. Let's see, what's next? Okay. All right, is everyone good? All right. We're gonna go over a few more. We're gonna go over a few more tools real quick, and then we're gonna jump into assemblies. All right. We good with that? Uh, let's leave that there. Let's make a new part studio. We're gonna start from scratch. So everyone make a new part studio. So on the bottom left, there's a plus sign. If you click that, you could just put create part studio. Okay. So right now I'm gonna try and make a star. Okay. I'm gonna show you guys how you can make a star. All right. No polygons involved, except for circles and triangles. But so I'm gonna make a sketch on the top plane. We're gonna use a center point circle. Put it right here. I'll make it 50 millimeters. And then I'm gonna make a triangle right here. And then I'm gonna fix that triangle by using a construction line. like so. See, so now it's fixed to the construction line. And then I'm gonna give it a distance from the center of the circle. So we're making a dimension from the tip of that triangle to the center of that circle where the origin is. And I'm gonna make it 50. Huh?
Pressing, but it's not.
Unclick it. Okay. So you have to go back to sketch and then do that. So double click. And now you can move it. Okay. You're good. Okay.
How did you make the triangle?
Huh?
How did you?
2 lines. So make your construction line first, and then you're gonna make 2 lines that is in the shape of a triangle. Yeah. Huh? I haven't gotten to the part where we fix that yet.
How do you fix the point of the thing?
Here. I'm just gonna make both sides equal, and then just make the size of this triangle 27, and now it's fixed.
I know this.
So there's a constraint for that. You could just go over to your constraints.
Fine.
Yeah, or well, make your finish your triangle. Oh, go to line. And then do that. Or yeah, mirroring it could have worked too. Unselect your line. Go over to your constraints. Constraints right there. The drop down. Go to your equal constraint. It says right there. And then just click on both lines. And now they're equal.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and they will stay equal. And then you need to make it a specific size.
Oh, okay. What do you say?
Wait, how do you make the constraint?
So constraints are right here in this corner. You see where my mouse is? Right here. You need to be in your sketch still.
Yeah, it's on the sketch.
There. Right here.
No, I
Well, the drop down menu.
Yeah.
And now you can click equal. All right. Does everyone have this shape made?
Wow. That
All right. Yeah. The size? So here. It's because it's blocking it there. So the length of the lines, that's 27 millimeters. And then from the tip to the center of the circle, that's 50. And then the diameter is 50. And then the 2 sides of that triangle are equal size.
Wait, what does the 50 and the arrow pointing to mean? Like that's the circumference?
Here. No. Here. So this arrow is diameter.
Oh.
This is diameter. This one is tip of triangle to center of circle.
Perfect.
All right.
Aren't you so-
And I said I'm gonna make a star. All right, and I'm gonna do it right now. So we're gonna do this drop down, and we have 2 options. We have a linear pattern and a circular pattern. No, we're not doing transform.
Oh, sorry.
And now, if you click on those sides of the triangle, you could see that it's already picked a center to wrap around. So it wraps around that circle, and then that little box is where the origin is. So it kind of made its own circle without drawing anything. And it's going to repeat the pattern in a circular area. And then right here, you could change the amount of times that it repeats. So I could change it to 5, and now we have a 5. We have a 5-arm star. I could change it to 20, and then it offs itself there.
Oh,
But I think you guys get the point.
mm-hmm.
It's a star. All right. Do we have circular pattern? Good.
Yes.
Okay. Now, okay. I think for now we're gonna skip the linear pattern. The linear pattern, all that one does is it repeats a pattern in a straight line. So I don't think it's too major. If we have time, I could go back to it. But for right now, we're just not gonna. Now, I want you guys to forget about the sketch circular pattern. All right. So that star we just made, get rid of it. We need to go back to this. Yep. Yep, that is what I said. Now, I need you guys to be very specific. I need to be very specific with this part. Okay. We're going to do one extrusion on this circle. We're going to do 25. Reveal the sketch again. Do another extrude on that triangle. And we're going to add, not new, add. Okay. So now both parts are extruded, but notice there are two different extrusions. I did not extrude them at the same time. Okay. And now, if you go over here, do this drop-down menu, there's another circular pattern tool, but for the parts. So now if I click that, and now I could do this extrusion, or no, I'm sorry, that's part pattern. Go down this drop-down menu. So do you have circular pattern open? Right here. We're out of the sketch now, and we've extruded twice. Okay. So now go down this drop-down, do feature pattern. And then I want you guys to click on the second extrusion. And then the pattern, we're going to axis of pattern. We're going to go around here. Let's see. Why are you red? Equals spacing, centered, reapply features. Okay. And make sure you click reapplied features too, right here. Yeah, because it's gonna merge with your normal pattern and it's gonna think that like you're doing something incorrect. But if you click on reapply features, that's gonna it gets rid of that loophole. So now you could go to instance count and you could just change the number of stars here too. So we have 5. If I do 20, now we have a sprocket. If I do 50, that's pretty much a gear. This is not how gears are normally made, by the way. It takes way more. There's way more within a gear, but doing a circular pattern is part of it.
Guys, I'm gonna try to make a plan with Jim.
So it's because when you do one extrusion, it automatically finds it. So you just need to go back to the now you should do it. Yep. 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 And now you do a circular pattern. 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 And now you do That's yeah, under there. 1,
Two.
You should just be able to click
Two
extrude.
glad.
Or no, go down to, do you see part pattern? No, part pattern, from that view feature. Now click on the extrude 2, or extrude 1 in this case. So features are like your extrusions. The part is the whole part. So if you do the whole part, it's gonna just remake the whole part a bunch of times. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, room. What is the harder one?
Circular pattern, and then you see how it's part pattern still? Yeah, you need to click this drop down. So click part pattern, feature pattern, and now you get click on a feature. So just click on whatever extrusion made the triangle portion, and then the axis. So click on that right there, and then click on the circular part. It's the edge of the circle. Yeah. And then click reapply features. Look at that. That is a star to constantly be proud of.
I'm trying to think. I should know this. I think the
Go back to
bottom
circular
part.
pattern. Okay. Click on
Broker
extrude
bottom
one.
it over and turn it out.
Now access the pattern, click on the red box. Now click on the circular, click on the circle part of that shape. Just on the side, on the edge. And now click reapply features.
I don't know if it's bottom.
That's not.
Leave, that's it.
And then the instance, because it thinks it's merging and it thinks it doesn't want you to merge the part, right? But if you click reapply features, it gets rid of that.
Single one.
Click reapply features.
Non-fiction.
That does not look right.
Sure.
Oh, it's because you're repeating the circle part. So your axis of pattern was fine. So we click that. Now go to click on extrude 1. Or right here. You click X. I'll try extrude 2. And then replay. There you go. All right. Does anyone else need help? Are we good? Oh, I'll get back to you. What's up?
I know you know. But
Okay. So you see how it says part pattern right now? So right now it thinks you're just trying to repeat the part multiple times, and you don't want that. So you want to do feature pattern. And now you click on the feature. So whatever extrusion you did that made the triangle, click on that.
We're supposed to do time.
This part.
Can I the whole thing?
You can go ahead.
I
Click on both extrusions then.
No, like I said, I meant that like my extrude, like I clicked on the whole thing. So
Then
like
do that.
Okay.
Yeah. Right now.
Yeah.
Do
I'm
it.
clicking. I'm clicking.
No, you're not.
I'm clicking.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay. And then your axis, it's just going to be your circular because you want it to revolve around that circle, right? So just click on the edge of the circle. And then notice how it's red. You're going to do reapply features. Okay. Go back to that part. Click on the X. Or no. Right here. See how it's red now? We don't want it to be red. So go to extrude 1. You click that instead. Oh, that's fine too. And now you have a circular pattern. And then you could change the amount of legs it has right there. Yep, you're good. Okay. I see what you did. Go to the circular pattern. Gave you that's really interesting. I don't know how you did that. Sorry. Oh, you did it too.
Oh, wow, I wonder why. I wonder why. Not bad.
Let's see if this is.
What would you tell you that? Hey, it was good for you. It's not.
Because I've done this before, but I haven't. I just don't remember how to.
Guys, I think I made a comment.
Oh, spring.
Because
Spring.
the
Okay.
right, I'm thinking you're trying to.
You better play. Okay, buddy.
What about? That's not working.
Yeah, yeah, it's
So
great because it
spring,
thinks you want to.
page.
I'm gonna try something. This is great. So you're able to just turn out.
No.
Right, you're able to turn off stuff so that it can be more.
Get out of it.
I'm gonna try that.
I don't know what the thing is.
Get out the bus mistake.
What
Add your
theme is
power.
get out the dust buster.
I think it's like business. It's like a style label.
Oh, you're right.
And this is something. So
Wow, you figure that out.
Oh my gosh. What the heck? What?
or calendar.
Oh, yeah, alter.
Wait,
Alternate.
how?
Alternative.
How?
No. The spell.
It should be alternative. Or all.
It's not like this, you know.
Spring Lane? No. No.
Spring cleaning.
Oh. Wait, you're actually right.
Are you having problems too? No.
Wow. Oh wow.
This is so cool. I have to get the, and I'm at his 2-person game. And he's on the option. Yeah, and he's on the option. And the other.
Yeah.
Anchor.
Go back to your sketch. Your sketch is still not.
Yeah, I'll
fully
keep to the
developed.
hint.
Your sketch is still not fully
I think
developed.
it's helpful.
So- Okay, what is not talk about yours?
You know that there's so many combinations for this.
Yeah, I'm trying to like scramble. It's like a scramble. I'm trying to scramble it the right way. So like. figure it out.
What? I know. That's so big. I didn't know.
Okay, gotta pay attention.
Yeah, not good.
Just get rid of it and do the circular pattern. It should not be
Declutter.
making two parts.
Oh,
No.
I don't know. I don't know what's happening.
tiger.
Like that.
I'm gonna be really honest. I don't know what's happening.
Wait, do we do the gear or the new test?
It doesn't matter. You can do whatever you want. Yeah.
Try it.
Because even
I don't know.
it should merge because whenever that happens, it's thinking you want new parts, but you don't want new parts. So,
Yeah,
but
I
you
can't
have,
go to
you have
R.
almost the same exact thing.
And there's only one more word.
Like typically this will
Organizer.
happen because sometimes this will happen because it thinks like I think your sketches aren't merged properly, but I don't see what's wrong.
Wants me to go to this.
It's because those are all, that's 5 different parts.
Exactly, it works together, so it could be the same color.
It should be, yeah, you're right.
The color
You want me to
different.
just
This
put
look
the
weird.
red,
Yeah,
blue,
I just-
together.
You don't.
I really don't know what's wrong with it.
Let me Google it.
Because you both have, you 3 have the same exact thing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, mine's a little bit weird. 'Cause I had to use extrude 2 instead of extrude 1.
Okay.
But I
Is that a sun?
Yeah. I don't know why the colors.
We all know what
No,
color
I did-
matrix
I used
is
to
for what we're making.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I mean,
It is, it should
I don't know
matter.
what I should call this.
You could try. You
Tangular
could just
systems.
remember the part I trimmed out.
Angers out.
Just try to make that again. Or start from
Angers
scratch.
out.
Maybe you don't have to use all of them.
No, you have to. There's only one word.
No, that's
There's only one word left.
Yeah, that's not fixing
Okay,
it.
but organize is such a good
You're
word.
just like,
I
you
have
have a
to
whole,
like
the
keep
whole
on trying.
painting over it.
Well, that's
Like-
smart.
No, that's not what you want to do. Let's see. All right.
Oh shoot.
I guess we're not going over holes today. No holes today.
Hold on.
Because the rest of the time needs to be for assembly. Because I need to introduce you guys to an assembly.
Hold on, what were the last?
And then day 3 is pure
Any of
assembly. Like all we're doing is assembly.
Yeah, so-
You have the same issue too. Because, okay. Mind if I- where's your-
Sweating.
I wanna try.
What the? I. It's trying its hardest. Like, gonna do organizer, but like, that's not work. It's just trying.
I did extrude one, but the first thing I extruded was circle 3 times.
But the word is not going.
Why are you like attending?
Reorganize. Wait, that's smart.
I thought your AI better than mine.
You're just kind of suck. You just think too long. Yay!
Guys,
Okay, let's just do this in no queue.
Okay,
Guys are just
Okay.
dogs.
okay, folks.
Alright, let's see.
I fixed it on someone else's. Go to yours. Why is your sketch not sorted?
One, four.
It says it's just. I think Onshape.
What?
Flesh is weak.
You know, look at mine again.
The flesh is weak, buddy. Solve it with something much more
No,
powerful.
maybe it's a good one.
I got everyone.
Mine was
Four
a good one.
freaking group except
Four.
the one I want.
Six.
Oh,
They all
Four,
connect to each other
six,
except the
six.
one artist. that
Guys, I made a climate jam.
No.
Boy, like,
Six.
Wow, I'm just gonna spend your
4,
time
6, 8.
like
4.
solving a Sudoku.
4.
Listen, Bob. When you're in a pinch, let me show you what you should do. First, when you're in a pinch, you can always use this.
it's not gonna be a
Flesh is weak.
But you're bad. It took you quite a while to reorganize Angry Zone. It took kind of a while. Wow.
Let me change. Let me change it up.
Dreaded Onshape sim. Like you did it. Like you do.
Ooh, which one is
But
better?
it's fixed now.
With
So-
with the trim. It's one part now.
Which AI?
It's one part now.
DeepSeek's like Chinese, right?
I know, it's like literally.
So like it has to be.
Still
So it
able
has to
to
be.
repeats the whole thing within itself.
Angry though.
I would recommend restarting it. Real quick, or fix the apartment trip.
You use the word. You use the word. Yeah.
No, like you know, like the New York Times like word reorganize, the word thing, the word thing.
No.
I told my
It's
teacher
the
to
same
reorganize it. Oh, hell no. I used the word. The word was reorganized. We scrambled it to A.
Let me see a signing.
What should I do
Eight.
Okay. Hold on.
other than follow your model?
If you can make one of those, I would
Eight is here.
Here we go, toilet. Fix that. Toilet. How do I make this gem actually look like
I'm doing it in under.
Okay, so remember when I had you do the triangle separate from the circle? Got that. I'll do that. It grabbed itself when I did that. Okay. What teacher you guys have that is
Don't
teaching
you
you OCAD?
the teacher? I love her.
What?
It's
There is
just
no high
chemistry
school
honors.
chemistry class that needs OCAD.
But
None.
it's just like chemistry honors, and she was like saying like.
AP Chem doesn't even use OCAD.
Yeah, but like for like medical field.
I have no idea.
The only
They're talking
thing
about, like,
the
organic
OCAD for is making drugs.
Wow, I did it.
Like, seriously? My college professor is a pharmacist and he's an organic chemist. You need to be an organic chemist to be a pharmacist. Because they teach you how to make they teach you how to make Tylenol.
Oh wow.
College.
No, college they teach you.
Okay.
What'd you say? Okay. You did not have to do that.
All right. Chat.
Yes, I'm trapped.
All right. So remember your washer that you made earlier? Go back to your washer.
Hopefully I did. Oh, okay, save it. Can I edit it first?
Let's see where. Oh, it's right here, isn't it? No, it's not. What the flip?
Whoa, 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 whoa. Did you just say no, no, no?
I said what the flip? I said flip. I said flip.
Let's try.
Hey, this is recorded.
Yeah, this is recorded. Let's watch our language.
You must be the other fun one. Okay.
Good. Gosh, stay your 5 minutes out of school and all.
Okay, guys.
Yes.
So I'm gonna do two birds with one stone right now. So right here is the search tools option. All right. So right now we're going to search mate connector. Going to click on that. Now the mate connector is for assemblies. This is purely for assembly purposes. So yeah, you have to search it up on search tools. On the top right corner, or you could do Alt/D. Yeah. So what a mate connector is it is somewhere where you could connect two different parts, right? And it'll do that based off of what position you want it to. So you could tell it to connect on the mate connector on the Z-axis, the Y-axis, or the X-axis. And you could manipulate your mate connector to a certain axis. That way it will be forced to connect in that way, right? So I will show you how the mate connector works right? But first, I'm going to show you how to put it on a part, right? So all you need to do is you need to select a part in which you want the mate connector to connect to. So it's going to be a bit complicated, but for the purposes of this washer, I want it to be on the top portion of the center circle, or the top portion of the circle. So it should look something like that, right? I don't want it in the middle of the I don't want it in the middle of the washer or at the bottom of the washer. I want it on top. It'll like show you what position to put it in. And then if you do a side, if you look at it from the side, it'll show you where it is. So if you see that blue line poking out, that means you're good.
I see.
Huh? Yeah. So, but you could put it in multiple areas of part one. So if I remove this, or let's go back to mate connector. If you look, it gives me an option to put it on the origin. It gives me an option to go to the center of this. And then the bottom part, which should just be the origin as well. I want it on the top. All right.
I see.
And then you don't need to worry about realigning. We're good. So this is particularly useful for custom parts if you want it to be put on your commercial off-the-shelf parts easier. So say you're making something and you want it to go on your Go Build a channel, right? But it's really hard to manipulate that to be placed on a channel properly. But with a mate connector, it makes it a whole lot easier because now you have it in a specific place to where you could just tell it to connect to that mate connector and then on another mate connector with the Go Build a part or any other part that you guys use. That's a broad example. So now we're going to get into the fun stuff. All right. We're in the assembly. So open up your assembly tab.
Where's the assembly tab?
So on the bottom, there should already be an assembly tab open.
I see.
It should just be assembly one. And again, if you look here, it also has a mate connector tool. So you could even put it on to your, onto your part after you are done, like with it, and you put it in your assembly. So we're not really gonna mess with a lot of these tools today. We're gonna mess with them day 3. This is mostly a day 3 thing. But I just want you guys to get familiar with inserting parts and then getting the FTC parts library working. So if you click insert, right, you could see your current document and you could see all the parts you have made already, right? So if you guys have saved all of your parts and you haven't deleted anything, you could see the big cube we made. We could see the star that we made or the gear, and you could see the washer that we initially made. And then if you click on it, you can click and drag it to be anywhere within this area. And notice how the origin is still here too. The origin is still within our assembly, right? So just keep that in mind. And now you guys remember, for those of you guys who've used the fix tool, right? Those of you out there who use the fix tool, I know you guys love that tool. You know, because every time I come over there and there's a part that's not working, it's because you guys made it fixed. So now it's a good time to use the fix tool. So if you right click here, fix it, now it can't move. Now it can't move, and you want it to be this way. You want the first part that you put in to be fixed, or at least some sturdy part to be fixed. That way you could test any constraints, or once you get into movement, because there are certain ways you can make a part move in the assembly, and you can even make it automatic, but you do want some part of it fixed. That way you could see it. So for right now, our washer is going to be fixed. Yeah.
Is there any way, because I kind of made my cube thing on another laptop.
You could go back. This is your current studio. You could go to other documents and find it in there too, which I am about to go over right now. So,
Oh, okay.
all right. So for right now, I'm going to get rid of the washer. And now if you go to other documents, right? If you go to other documents, you should see all of the documents that you've made beforehand. And if you've clicked on the link in the Discord, that's the FTC library. It's right here. It has that little, here, I'll go back. See how it has the FTC logo there? And it says the FTC catalog, right? Does everyone have this?
I got it.
Okay. If you don't have it, it's posted within your guys' Discord. Yes. So does everyone here have access to that library? Go.
How do I?
I'm assuming the lack of answers means you guys do have access. So I want you guys to open up the FTC catalog.
What?
Open up the FTC parts library or the catalog. And now if you scroll through, here, or at least the majority of the FTC parts should be available. Right, this is a pretty good amount of the FTC parts that they offer. So if I look up, Lord. So if I go right here, this is a low side U channel, right? And it even says right here, it gives you an option of holes. So have you guys heard of parametric CAD? No? Okay. So I'm going to crash course this through parametric CAD real quick. Parametric CAD is a form of CADing where if you make a part and you give it some variable and you're like, okay, I want this variable to grow exponentially, it will grow with a inserted number. So I know that was very complicated, but like to dumb it down, right? You have a low side U channel. You guys know what a U channel is, and it's currently one hole. But you could go right here and make it, let's say, a 5-hole U channel. And now it is going to automatically spit out a 5-hole U channel. Right here. It automatically does that. They did not CAD this separately. They made it in a way so that you could tell it how many holes you want and it'll spit it out. So it's very useful. And unfortunately, I can't teach you guys how to do it because it's very complicated. I would actually probably take multiple days teaching you how to do it. Like I did it one time and I even struggled with it. But if the opportunity arises, I could. So, right. So you guys could get whatever parts you want from there. I'm going to get rid of this U channel for now. And then I want to show you guys one more type of way of inserting stuff. So if you go to standard content, right, you'll see right here, this is just a screw. And you could go category, it'll give you bolts, screws, nuts, O-rings, pins, and washers. These are all standardized based off of whatever standardization model you're using. So a lot of you guys use ANSI, so you could switch it to ANSI, and you could get a ANSI screw, right? Or a key even. If I could. Yeah, this will just insert a key, right? And then let's go back to screws. You could go like, oh, it needs to be a hex bolt. It needs to be countersunk, right? this is a good way of inserting screws that are already standardized. You don't need to look certain screws up, right? You could just put it into Onshape, tell all of the specifications. Like it even gives you an option of the length of it, the length of each thread, the specific size, and it'll automatically change it to whatever size you need it to be. This is by far one of the most useful tools in assemblies where you could just insert bolts and screws. All right. And now, for right now, I'm just going to insert the screw right here. And if you notice, this screw already has a mate connector connected to it. So they already know that you may be trying to connect it to a certain part. So they added a mate connector so that it's a lot easier for you to connect it to whatever part or full assembly you're trying to use it for. So again, I could go back to other documents. I could just get I could get just this U-beam. And now I'm going to teach you guys how to put stuff together. All right. So first, we're going to want to fix this. The bolt, go to standard content. And then it gives you all the options here. Now, right now, I'm just teaching you guys how to put two parts together. Right? Nothing crazy. Here. Oh, yeah. I'll go over there. Scroll down. For your windows. So it's like at the bottom of that window. Oh. It's way down the screen. Oh, yeah, you got that. Smaller. So you see, it says insert. Yeah. Double click it or right click it, and there should be an option to delete at the very bottom. Oh, actually, I got it. Or trying like it. I could show you the specifications.
But which screw did you use?
Here. That is the exact specifications for the screw I put in. Did bro already learn how to fasten? Okay. How do you delete? Try and get a mouse. Or you just right click the mouse. Or if you want, you can just hide it like you guys talked about putting a painting over a hole. That's another way of putting a hole. You just make it transparent. That's just a load side here. That's just okay. So So in order to put two parts together, right? I'm going to teach you the very simple way. And then day 3, I'm going to teach you all the different ways of doing it. Okay? So this is the fasten mate. We are no longer using tools. These are now mates. All right? So this is the fasten mate. You're going to put that there. We're going to go, you could put it on anywhere it has a mate on. However, because it's a screw, I suggest you put it on the top part of this circle. Right there. And then now you need another mate, right? Because it's a mate, you need 2 different things. So we're going to click on this mate right here that was already made because it was standardized. And now the screw is through the beam and it is fastened there. So you can do that. And then if I try moving it around, it's not going to move around because they're both connected now. And you may think this screw is pretty big, right? And we could check that. So let's see, where is my section view? Okay. So I'm going to do a section view on this. And if you look, right, you see how part of that is colored differently than the rest? Right? Part of that circle area is colored very differently from the rest. That implies that there are parts merging together, right? That means there are 2 different parts in the exact same position, which typically you do not want that. You want parts to be, you don't want that color anywhere in your assemblies. So this is another useful tool for, this is another useful reason for using section view because you could see if a certain screw fits or does not fit in a hole you made. All right. Huh?
What do you get affected?
If you right click a face on a part, it'll give you an option for section view.
I think mine is less.
Okay. So I just kind of threw a lot at you guys. So I think for the remainder of this time, you guys should play with the assemblies. Play around with the assemblies, and I'll come and help you guys out. So what's up with you?
Mine is like faster like this.
What's wrong with that?
Yours like right though.
It's right.
Oh, okay.
You fastened through, right?
And
And then you could, huh?
I can do the like the
No.
section view.
Oh, you have to get out of the fasten part. So you're still in fastening? Yeah. If you double click on any face like that, or we'll try there. It right here, it's a section view, and then you could this arrow, put it down. And as you can see, the screws obviously I didn't check beforehand, so the screw is going to be too big. Yeah. So feel free to find a screw that fits in there though. Okay. So fasten. You're going to want to fasten it. So that tool right there, right next to the big connector, that is the fasten. Yep, fasten. And then you're going to click on the outer edge of the circle, and you're going to click on the main edge. Oh yeah, yeah. It's like you're using. That looks like you're using the snap tool.
Which
What do you mean which one?
Oh no, I see what happened.
And then length 10.
You have to insert because it was in the process of inserting a screw, so it thought that you
Just
were
gotta
also
scroll
trying
down.
to fasten it.
Okay.
So you need to
I can do that.
insert it. Yeah.
You gotta put mouse.
There. So
Oh,
there's multiple ways you can try to use this. So
and then you just fasten.
That's too thin.
work,
It's okay. It'll fit,
rotate the
but
axis,
it won't fit correctly. But like,
or you split it. but none of that seems to work. So
Get out of the way, big weird
it
cube.
looks like you put two separate paints on here. So if we fix it, try. Put it there. Put it there. You have to be very considerate of when make
Yeah, which M is it, buddy?
I don't know. This was that what I did, and it didn't merge correctly. So
How do I do that? How do I do that?
oh, you pass it in. Do that. Click on two things you want to pass it. Like what two things you want to connect? Mate. Get it? It's like mate. It's like connect.
You don't need one right now. They already put one on the screen.
Six mate, and then like
So you click that big connector, and then you can click the outer plate of
No,
Yep,
this didn't
that's good.
fall. This didn't do it correctly.
what the
and now it's connected.
Fingers.
Okay,
What is that?
I'm gonna use the restroom real quick.
FTC like
I don't
thing?
Yeah,
understand.
so you
What is that?
I don't know. It's a Rex TM servo shaft. 25 tooth
I
spine
believe so.
with a 36 and blade parts.
Okay.
Umbilical.
I'll be right back.
The MM like meter is for syllables, you know, and the MM is like two. It's like you're saving so much time. MM and then millimeter.
MLMT. Do you want to spell like that? MLMT.
Wait, what can you say?
What? Actually, there's a this. What is this? I thought that was no.
Point tangent. Hey yo.
You just gotta think of all words.
You just say whatever you think in your head.
Yeah.
I've been listening to your thoughts for the past I don't know how long.
Okay, but my thoughts aren't like too many, you know.
Okay, buddy.
There's
Okay.
too many thoughts.
Stop thinking then.
Yeah, but like I kind of just said that there just isn't too many thoughts like you guys thought.
Guys, I'm gonna stop reading for a second.
Okay. You do that.
The problem, stop living.
Hey, yo, sussy. Okay. That's enough. A little lower.
That's the word.
Can I turn on manual breathing?
What's on word? Yeah, like graph.
You're blinking right now.
Wait.
Manual
Graph.
breathing.
Now I have to think.
If you're thinking. Hold up, hold up.
Your heart is beating right now.
Manual heart beating.
That's like CPR.
Are you guys good?
Yes. Extremely.
Okay, that's good.
Affirmative. Huh. Okay.
Yeah, it's literally bro.
How do I freaking make this?
Ooh, ball mate. Okay.
Well, never.
What is a ball mate?
I don't know. Maybe you're mating two balls. Hey, what's that?
Oh, it's
Are you two good?
True relations. That's like.
I know you're good.
Oh well.
I had to do this.
Oh, God.
If you were, if this thing was a combo,
I see it.
Oh,
Oh,
Matt,
Thank you, Luca.
Did you only use Fascinate?
W man's for real. W man's for real, Luca. W man's. Would you say you're W man's? You like? Would you say you're W? Would you say you're W man's?
What?
Do you know what W man's?
What?
You'll get to learn.
W man's. So I just like use it now.
Sorry.
Just like bored
Not
with the
just
knowledge
that,
of
but like get it straight.
Just bored with the knowledge.
Right now, I feel like,
W man's. The definition of it.
You can check. You can check.
It's not over. It's
You just switched up the random question that we were not talking about.
I know.
Yeah, so you just search up whatever you think now.
Yeah, at least I don't say whatever I'm thinking.
No,
At least I don't like literally look at my DMs and say, "Hey, yo, what the heck, son?" Dude, I don't do that.
to express myself.
It's
It's like,
Yeah, just play around with it.
bro,
Just instead of the red, just play around with that.
Listen, Bo.
Just get used to the assembly page.
yes.
You see that red dot?
Yes.
No.
Do you know what?
Recording.
Here's good.
Yeah, you know what that means? That every weird thing you're saying is getting recorded.
But it's not too weird.
It's not too weird.
I always say it. So I say it to my parents. They don't understand what it means, but I still say it to them.
no.
It's only cool when I do. It's only cool when I walk in.
You gotta keep your thoughts in your head. Alright?
Somehow got in.
Make some more space.
Somehow got in.
Merging.
Yes,
Yeah.
pin
I
slot.
think it's just different color because
Wait, what
the
the-
way yours
what's a
is.
pin
It's
slot?
just oh well, I selected mine. That's why the
Spider.
whole thing. The whole thing wasn't selected. It probably would be.
I'm Spider matey.
It's different colors because both parts are.
Can you like
That's the short answer.
not say everything you think
It's literally just
like please?
like that.
Oh, what?
Used to be,
First of all,
I didn't even group them.
when it used to be Y, it used to be L. When I changed it to B,
What M are the screws?
No, no.
I think Go Builda is like M4.
Wait, what's the point of assembly if like it's 3D printed?
Plan.
So
See what you're doing?
so
Like why didn't you put things in when you're 3D printing it and then it'll just be connected?
so CAD isn't just for 3D printing, right? So a lot of CAD is for it's for design. It's a tool for designing, right? So let's put this in FTC terms, right? You have a design on paper, right? And you want to see if it's realistic. So you use CAD to put the whole robot together, right? Custom parts, commercial off-the-shelf parts and everything. And you just see if that design's realistic. And you could like see what mechanisms you use and you can check like the distances and all that, right? And then after that, that's like a good blueprint for
I think we should have done this.
it's a good blueprint for whoever's building and manufacturing the robot to actually work on it.
Why do you have a
Yeah.
you connected it?
So that's why you use assemblies.
Would you say Onshape
Why
is more
not?
used more for like assembly? I mean not
I just found it.
like design or actually 3D
I just
printing?
found
Onshape first, I think Onshape is a lot better for collaborative work. That's what kind of sets it apart from the other like CADing softwares. It's really good collaboratively. And because of that, that's why it's so favored in FTC. Because somebody like you could have a certain amount of people work on the same CAD and like you could fit it all.
This,
Yeah.
got the heck, I mean, it's not that.
Like you could do that with other CAD software too. It's just not as good as Onshape's.
I do think like Onshape.
Tinkercad
Like, what do you
is
think is
real
the best
bad,
part
guys.
of Onshape?
Onshape?
We all know that
I think it's just that.
Tinkercad is hot, guys.
No, TinkerCAD sucks.
Dang.
TinkerCAD's bad.
Don't say that about my Pookie.
Looks like there's the beef just got
Like it's TinkerCAD, like on the bottom, and then you
Onshape.
SolidWorks,
SolidWorks.
like SolidWorks, and then Onshape is like a bit above that,
Okay.
and then you have like a bit more of a gap, and then Fusion 360. Because Fusion makes everything look nice.
I used to be. But
Huh?
Fusion with Tinkercad.
TinkerCAD is like down here, and then Onshape is like up here.
Well, listen.
Like, yeah.
Put Tinkercad high.
Oh, you think TinkerCAD's still too high up?
No, I think he thinks Tinkercad.
Yeah, no, TinkerCAD just isn't that good.
Built.
Look, I was in an alumni team for a bit, and they were like, "Oh, we're gonna try out TinkerCAD." I was like, "Ew." I can build what you're doing in Onshape in like 2 minutes, and you're my seniors. Oh,
I could build that little thing in like 30 seconds.
But Tinkercad is like universal, you know, and like Onshape,
SolidWorks is
there's
very
like way
universal.
too many
Yo,
things.
hear me out.
to
Hear
use.
me out. Tinkercad and then refine it with Fusion.
Like I've
Yeah, I'm
seen,
not hearing you out.
like I've seen a lot of teams do like SolidWorks and Fusion, where like Fusion is the final product, and SolidWorks is just like the ideas, or at least that's more of an FRC thing, if I'm to be honest. But I've seen some FTC teams do it.
I mean, how fast can you like make a pomegranate juicer in the water shapes?
Get a load of this guy.
Huh, dang. Did my joke?
Here, you wanna see some funny stuff that they didn't get to see?
Yeah.
Sure.
Look cool.
Oh wait, did I get rid of it? Oh no.
No.
Oh no. Oh, never mind. It's right here.
Are you able to like test out stuff on Onshape?
Yeah, you see, that's the thing that's better about Tinkercad. It has.
So like so
Oh, you actually can test it up.
Yeah.
Test it. Yeah, boy.
so if you guys look at the screen, right? Yeah, this is the Golden Gears robot. I stole their robot. So if you look, next time I'm here, I'm gonna teach you guys how to get it moving like this.
What?
Where it doesn't move infinitely, but it also moves, right? So you can make your slides work. I think that's all he did on here. He just made his slides work. He wasn't good enough to make
Can you make it
to make the arm work. Yeah, that's day 3 thing. I'm just showing you guys what to expect. Yeah, you can't see Tinkercad doing this. You can't see Tinkercad doing this.
Do the simulation.
Guys, I resign.
Do the simulation, bro. You told the simulation, remember?
Sure.
Yeah.
What? Sure. What FTC teams do you think I could find publicly?
I don't know any. Dude.
You-
Wow. Oh, wow. Oh.
I-
My days, there's some amazing design.
It's like I found, huh? The Golden Gears? Oh yeah, the Golden Gears one's public. The captain put it on Discord. And you're just like, yeah.
5303.
Link.
Which one?
What?
Upper Creek?
Try 153.
I'd be surprised if they might have put it on Discord too. I could try finding theirs.
What do you mean by Discord? Like there's a whole server? Or like,
Yeah, there's a whole server just for.
okay.
SolidWorks. It's just another CAD software. It's like slightly below Onshape. I just don't think its collaborative abilities are all there.
Dang.
But it's industry standard. So like if you're ever in engineering, you're gonna be expected to do SolidWorks in engineering. Like they don't even expect you to do Fusion.
Yeah.
It's weird.
Is Fusion really hard that
I've actually never really messed with Fusion that much.
It's fun.
Like a whole lot more functions that do the same thing.
Fusion.
Okay, guys, I don't think Upper Creek is here. That's
Like,
Dang, son.
oh, I would have loved to see their CAD.
I get it, because like
is
it's
your
up.
team in existence?
No, no, we didn't use Onshape. I don't even know what it's
Like I had Bread Panda's robot back from Power Play.
Yours is one of the stream.
I think that's not Alex. Alex is not. It's that one. What? Looks like it's a clear blue sky today. Shut up.
What? I am confused. Hold on.
So, how's your day?
Interesting DM.
How was your day?
Interesting.
That was your DM. That was your DM. What do you mean interesting DM? And you should really check whatever that thing is. It's kind of annoying. What's this one? Why is there a chicken nugget one? Why'd you join Hawk? You joined Hoyo versus GC server.
Hoyo versus crazy.
Yeah.
Like, their
That's
games
a
are
little.
good. Their games are good.
That's hardcore, but
Their games are good.
I'm not getting in this discussion right now.
NCND.
I have no.
Marshall Carter.
I don't know. I joined the upper robot.
Okay.
I'm just you know.
Why do you have a ChatGPT server? You have it. And why do you still have it open? Just instead, like
Your DM.
no.
Your DM.
No, okay, don't take it. Okay, put it on the table.
Okay, buddy. What are you?
Okay, that's my friend's server. That's my friend. No. Don't look at that. Don't look at that one. Okay, I'll just show you. Okay, so this one is the Costa Rica trip. See, this is the robotics. This is like, I don't know, a school one. This is my friend group server, and then this is the balance, and then this is the whole like district. This is the whole server. This is the old server. This is the Zamora server, like we just shared answers. This is like a mathematics school. This is the 8th grade, and then this is I don't know. This one's like dead. And then
So they're
this
all
one was my
like-
old robotics club. Yeah, this was totally, and this one is something. And this one.
Okay.
And then this was Ricky Henry Gin, where we got really mad. And we got really mad at every dude to just talk about it.
Here, I have another robot. I have another robot.
I'll search up the FTC name. Team name.
Clueless. You would have clueless.
Who is first? Who is first in FTC?
Team one. Team Unlimited from Massachusetts.
Okay.
That's probably
Let's
who's
search
first.
that one up then. Team Unlimited.
It's probably Team Unlimited. I can't lie with you.
They have a whole website.
It's in team. It's team one.
Yeah, Team one. Yeah, no. One of the teams I
It's like
I talked to one of the teams that competed with them.
T1 Sports. The gang. College sports, high school sports, and club sports.
Unlimited.
Yes, that's what I did.
I'm gonna wait for that to load.
Why would they make it public though? Like people can just steal their designs. Like that's a little.
Well, it's gracious and professional.
It's gracious professional.
Okay, but like you need to keep, you need to keep a monopoly over it, you know. Wow, they're actually team one because like 001.
Yeah.
Wow. So is it saying they're the first team to ever join TC?
I actually don't know, but probably. Like, there's a good group of teams that were made during the first year of FTC. Like, Rock and Roll. Rock and Roll's been there since FTC started.
There's a disabled people.
Oh, there it is.
That's nice. Oh wow.
Let's see. Will my computer crash? Will my computer crash? What a fun game.
Why is it?
What
why is
is
it all
that?
Wow, the color scheme is really nice.
This CAD is from the team that won Worlds in 2021.
2021.
Yeah, this is
They should.
Like,
they should
are you saying like 21? Can you do
They
something?
should really change the color scheme.
No, no, like the orange really pops out.
Listen.
huh? This is Freight Frenzy. Yeah,
Freaking frenzy?
yeah. This was from Freight Frenzy.
Oh, Fred. What?
They should change the
That was also the year I peaked.
Okay.
That's Freight
Thanks
Frenzy
for
was
sharing
the
that
season I
with us.
peaked.
Thanks for sharing that with us, I guess.
It went downhill since.
Okay, let's experiment with Onshape,
You could go here.
but get out of Discord. Buddy, give me the word red. And
Go to
I'll
assembly.
do something else too.
You can pull from assembly.
You're dead ass.
what?
Dead ass.
What?
Lindsay.
We'll go over that.
I'll
We'll go
talk
over
to you
that
later.
next time. It's actually more complicated than you know.
Don't do it. Don't do it. Back on it. Don't do it. Don't.
I'm gonna teach you how to get parts moving.
To say everything.
Like,
No, no, I was just reading it now.
get it?
Yeah, you're okay.
Pull on it, and it's like- I'm gonna do that.
I'm just not gonna talk to you now.
That comes with skill. That comes with imagination. I can do very little with that.
You have to go to the favors.
I could- So,
What's that
I can show you that. Like,
You want to see the infinite possibilities of Tinkercad?
I know. So there's a thing in assembly called editing in context, where you think about the whole robot, but like there's a part it's all properly. You can edit it in context, that part. So like fix it, and you still.
I want to see this bad thing.
So like you can make it fit together.
Along with all these other designs that I built in Tinkercad. Tinkercad is just built different. It's built different. It's like better than Onshape. Look at this latest thing.
Yeah, I'm not coming next week, I don't think.
Yeah, no meetings next week.
Yeah, no, I'm not here next week.
The third meeting will be on June 6th, Friday. June 6th, Friday, 6 p.m. to 8:30.
Yeah, so I think some final remarks before I do anything more. Practice, 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 practice. When you get home, I recommend Googling some practice stuff. Onshape even provides some like free lessons that you could use to practice like making new parts or assemblies. So I'm actually for day 3, I'm gonna pull some of those and we're gonna work on them together, some of them, so that you can have a better understanding of how certain mates work in assemblies. That's all I got. Okay.
If you guys have a question, just call me, feel free to ask.
Yes, I am technically supposed to stay here till 7, so
Feel free to deal.
I'm fine. I gotta wait for a bus.